I asked ChatGPT about the biggest advantage of using a PIVOTBY function over classic pivot tables. And the answer was, the function updates automatically when source data changes, unlike the pivot table which requires manual update or a VBA code. I am Nabil Murad. Every day, the Microsoft Excel team keeps surprising us. And today, it's about the auto-refresh functionality in pivot tables. Let's have a look. In this worksheet, I have a list which shows a date, a region, a manager, and sales. I created in cell F3 a PIVOTBY function that shows the sum of sales for each manager in each region. I also created in cell F11 a classic pivot table that returns the same exact result, the sum of sales for each manager in each region. Now I would like to compare between both of them if I make a change to the source data. So I'm going to select this cell which corresponds to Amanda in the East region. And I'm going to make a big change that should be reflected in the cell in the upper left corner in each one of the two reports. So what if I type 5,000? The moment I hit enter, the PIVOTBY function updates instantly, while the pivot table doesn't. It requires manual update. And I can do that by selecting any cell in the pivot table, right-click, and select refresh, and now it reflects the change. Now let me undo what I did. And now I go to the Pivot Table Analyze tab to show you the new option, Auto Refresh Pivot Tables. I'm going to turn it on. Actually, it's turned on by default, but I turned it off before the recording. I'm using Microsoft 365 for Enterprise. I go to the File tab, I click on Account, and this is the latest update, version 2508, build 19107. I go back to my worksheet, and now with Auto Refresh turned on, I'm going to make the same change. I type 5,000. And the moment I hit enter, not only the PIVOTBY function refreshes instantly, but the pivot table updates instantly as well. This option is available on the Pivot Table Analyze tab, and you can turn it on or off by clicking on the Options command on the left side of the Pivot Table Analyze tab, go to the Data tab, and here is the option automatically refresh when the source data changes. In the next worksheet, I have a table that shows 7 columns: item, buyer, state, date, cost, quantity, and total. And in the next worksheet, I have another one, and each table is named following the name of one of the managers. This one is named Sally, and the last one is named Chris. It has the same structure. I want to create a query that appends the records from the 3 tables. Then I go to the Data tab of the ribbon, I click on Get Data, and then from Other Sources, and I want to create a blank query. The query editor opens on top of Excel. I'm going to name my query before doing anything. I'll be renaming it Combined. In the formula bar, I create a Power Query function, excel.currentWorkbook, to pull the different tables available in this file. Power Query functions are case sensitive. When I hit enter, these are the 3 tables, Steve, Sally, and Chris. Before combining them, I want to filter the name column to avoid a problem called auto-recursion. When the query refreshes, it considers the result of the query as a new table. So I click on the down arrow for the name column, text filter does not equal, and here I type the name of the query, Combined. I hit OK. It just adds a step to the applied steps, and now I'm going to expand and append the records from the 3 tables. I click on the double side pointing arrow, and then I take the check away from Use Original Column Name as Prefix. I hit OK, and I get the result of my query. I can review the data type by selecting all the columns, Control A. I go to the Transform tab and click on Detect Data Type. I select the cost, I press Control and select Total. Right-click, Change Type, and Currency. I want to replace current. And now I'm ready to send my data back to Excel. I go to the Home tab. I click on Close and Load to send it to a new worksheet that will be named Combined. I'm going to close the queries pane for now. I want to create a pivot table. Then I select a single cell. I go to the Insert tab. I click on Pivot Table. I want to create it in the existing worksheet. I select a destination. I hit OK. I want to drag the name, which is the name of a manager, to the rows drop area, and I drag the total to the values area. Now I get my pivot table. What happens if I change one of the records? I want to change the sales amount, let's say for Chris. I go to the Chris worksheet and I want to change one of the amounts. Let it be the first one. I'll make it 12,000 and I hit enter. I go to the worksheet named Combined, where I have the result of my query and the pivot table. I click on the Data tab, click on Queries and Connections. I want to refresh my query. When I click on Refresh On, I scroll down to Chris, and here is the change. It has been reflected on the result of my query. But look at the pivot table. Nothing changed in my pivot table. So I need to go to the Pivot Table Analyze tab and click on Refresh, and now the change has been reflected on the pivot table. So when it comes to the interaction between Power Query and pivot tables, this functionality needs a little bit more to be desired. If you found value in this tutorial, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified when new tutorials are released. The best is yet to come. Thanks for watching and see you next time.